This video is sponsored by OTF Global Trucking. We get it done. Hey there, drivers. Today, we're going to tackle a skill that every single pro out there needs to have down pat, sliding your tandems. Whether you're brand new to the industry or you could just use a quick refresher, we're going to make sure you can get this done safely and, without wasting a ton of time. So let's get right into it. You know the feeling. We've all been there. You pull up to the scale, you're kind of holding your breath, and then you get that ticket, and yep, you're overweight on your drives or your steers. Ugh, it's so frustrating, right? But the good news is there's a really simple fix for this. Let's walk through it. Okay, before we can actually fix the problem, we need to make sure we're all speaking the same language. So first things first, what exactly are tandems and why are they so darn important? To put it simply, your tandems are just those two axles at the very back of your trailer. But here is the magic trick. That whole assembly is designed to slide forward and backward along the frame of the trailer. And that simple movement, that's the secret to getting the weight of your load perfectly balanced and, more importantly, legal. So why is this whole sliding thing such a big deal? Well, it all comes down to the physics of weight distribution. I mean, getting it right is absolutely crucial for staying legal, but it's also a huge deal for your safety, your fuel mileage, and even just how the truck feels and handles out on the highway. This little drawing here shows the basic idea perfectly. Think of your rig like a giant seesaw. When you slide those tandems forward, so closer to your cab, you're literally pushing more of the load's weight onto the tractor's drive axles. Slide them back, away from the cab, and the trailer axles start carrying more of that weight. It's a simple little adjustment that rebalances the entire rig. Now let's look at a real-world example so you can see it in action. On the first weigh-in, this driver was over on his steers and way too close for comfort on the drives. But check this out. Just by sliding the tandems forward 3 holes, look at the difference. The steer axle weight dropped by 160 pounds, making it legal. The drives lost over 1,000 pounds, and all that weight just shifted right back to the trailer axles. Everything is perfectly legal now. That is a textbook fix.
All right, so you get the why. Now let's get to the how. We're going to break this down into a super simple 4-step process that you can remember every single time. We're going to keep it simple. 4 steps. Unlock the pins, move the truck, lock the pins, and finally recheck the weight. Let's dig into each one.
Okay, step 1. You gotta find the release handle for the tandem locking pins. Just give it a good, firm pull. You'll usually hear a pretty solid thunk or clunk when the pins pull back from the frame. Now your tandems are free to slide. All right, now it's time to actually move. The key here is getting your brakes set up right. You want to set your tractor brakes, but release your trailer brakes. Now, all you need is a very gentle, slow movement. If you need to shift weight onto your drives, you'll slowly back the truck up. If you need to take weight off the drives, you'll slowly pull forward. Easy does it. So once you've moved the tandems where you want them, it's time to lock them back down. Push that release handle back in. You should hear the pins pop right into the next set of holes. Now, the most important part of this step. Get out and do a visual check. You have to see that those pins are fully seated and secure. Don't just trust your ears.
And now for the step you can never, ever skip. Get back on the scale. Seriously, this isn't optional. It's the only way to know for sure that your adjustment actually worked and that you are legal. And hey, don't be surprised if you have to do another tiny little adjustment. The goal is to reweigh until you get it just right. So we've walked through the whole procedure, but we absolutely cannot finish up without talking about the most important part of this, or any job on the road really, safety. Doing this adjustment the wrong way or in a bad spot can lead to some really serious accidents. So let's go over the safety checklist you need to run through in your head every single time. No exceptions.
Okay, first, like I said, visually confirm those pins are locked. Put your eyes on them. Second, always do this on level ground if you can, to prevent any kind of unexpected rolling. Third, be gentle with the brakes and the throttle, no sudden jerks. Fourth, and I know I'm repeating myself, but you have to always reweigh. And finally, before you move an inch, do a quick walk around. Make sure no one and nothing is anywhere near your truck or trailer. Mastering the tandem slide is really the mark of a pro. It turns what could be a really costly delay into just a quick, simple fix. It's all about finding that perfect balance and being precise. So that leaves us with one question for all of you out there. What's the heaviest load you've ever had to balance perfectly? Drop a comment and let us know.